Today I'm working on a 2009 Audi S5, and I just wanted to talk about diagnosing MMI issues where the screen doesn't work and the radio is not working. Pretty common on these cars and all of the Audis from this time period. It's kind of an overcomplicated system. It uses fiber optics for a communication loop, as well as electronics like all the other modules. But yeah, so when you go to scan it, you'll see it'll have no communication with any of the media related components. So the radio, the CD changer, there's an amplifier in the trunk. There's another media console. This is media player number 2 in the glove box, and you'll have no communication with anything. If you have a Ross Tech, which a lot of people don't have this, but if you do have this, this is a little bit helpful. You can go into applications and you can do optical bus diagnostics, and then you can run that and it'll kind of ping all the modules separately, and it'll tell you which one it can talk to and which one it can't talk to. It'll tell you whether there's a break in the optical circuit or if it's a break electronically with the control module, and it'll kind of help point you in the right direction. But if you don't have this, you can do it another way. If you're just doing this at home trying to figure out why your MMI doesn't work, of course try the reset procedure first. You can find tons and tons of videos about that on YouTube for different applications. You hold a series of buttons on the control panel. But if that doesn't do anything for you and it's still not working, yeah, you can see right here it has an optical error with the media player number 2, which is the one in the glove box right here. And that's the one I actually already diagnosed this, and I jumped it out with this little optic loop. And this is what I'm talking about. These little optic loops, you can go through all of the media related components on the car. You can just go through everything, and you can figure out what's bad by just jumping out the optical portion. They all have the same plug. This is the male plug. This is what it'll usually look like on the actual component. And then on the other side, you'll see, so you just push in a little tab and you can release that, and there's your little optic data line. So they all have the same plug on them. So you can go through with a female, and you can buy these on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description if I find the right one. And you can just start plugging in. You can plug into this and jump out that loop with this little connector here, on the car harness side, of course. And then you can go into the trunk. Start with the easiest ones, of course. But then you can go into the trunk, and usually the amplifier's back here, and then there's a navigation unit, and another radio unit. And here's the satellite radio, for XM radio and stuff like that. You can go to all of those, and they have the same connector, and you can just get to the back of them, even if you have to disassemble a few things, and jump those out the same way with this connector here. When everything starts to light up and work, check it, test it after every time you put the loop in on the body side of the harness, and then get back over here and check your radio. If you jump one out and then all of a sudden your radio starts working, or obviously if it's the amp, you're not going to get sound, but the screen will light up, the buttons will start working, everything will look like it's working. If that happens, then that's the component that's defective. So that's kind of a manual way to do it if you don't have a scan tool that can help you out. And sometimes even the scan tool is of no use. You have to do this anyways. But yeah, so just go through everything, jump out all the MMI related modules. There's exceptions, of course. If the control head here itself is bad, if you spilled something on it, that's you can go through and do this, but it's likely that you're going to need to replace your control head here, the control panel. But yeah, that's it. So thanks for watching.